you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where are you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where are you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Hello, hello.
Cloud gaming news coming at you live. Thanks for tuning on in. What's going on, Maker of Chaos? Thanks for joining us, and everybody else out there in the cloud gaming universe. I'm joined, as always, in the clouds by Nads. What's going
Yep,
on? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Just yeah, enjoying the summer now, spending more time outside, So, I noticed that I haven't been playing that money game lately because I spend more time outside, which is good. Getting some sun, working on the garden and stuff. So it's always good for that. How about yourself?
Yeah, I went outside Friday evening and Saturday, but today was kind of rainy. I was supposed to go golfing, but didn't end up happening. But that's all right. That's all right. Played
Yeah,
some games, got to some housework.
nice.
Enjoying some life though, nonetheless. But
That's
what have you
awesome.
been gaming on this week? What have you been up to?
So I play a couple of game as usual. Play some L Diver as every Monday. What we do together, playing some L Diver, getting those purple sample or those super sample. For some reason, I call them purple. They are purple, right? So
Yeah, they're
uh,
purple pink. Yeah.
so getting those super sample every Monday, just playing a little bit of L Diver, as usual. Also been playing a lot of Destiny 2, so much that I had to back out of it. Just so like I get excited for next week, right? So with the final shape coming in on Tuesday, we'll cover all about this like on the Destiny 2 tweet and news. But the other game I've been playing with you and Callie a few times, and David was Dead by Daylight. Very fun game, to go back into. I just found it frustrating sometimes because I seem to not know what I'm doing, and there's
Neither
so
do
many
I.
perk and stuff like that. I'm just following along, but it's a lot of fun. Just playing with other people, it's always fun to do that. And also, I've been trying this new game. I'll just share my screen for a second. It's called Realm of the Mad God. It's an interesting game because it's a free to play right now on Steam. sadly not on GeForce Now at the moment, but it looked like very old type of pixelated game, almost army MMORPG like. Quite interesting. A lot of information in the background going on. But yeah, I started playing a little bit just to check it out because it's free, so why not? I like those
Almost
little
like
games.
Vampire Survivor.
Yeah, it's almost make you think of that, but it's not. It's more MMORPG top down, if that makes sense. So yeah. Um yeah, you can have like any type of like superhero, like you start with a superhero, but like you can have a knight, archer, a mage, or anything like that, and you just fight monster around. So it's quite interesting. It's free on Steam, so I decided to check it out. I always found that kind of little game interesting. But other than that, that's about it. That's all I play for this week. I don't remember playing anything else really. Like I said, I spent a lot of time outside, just like set up the garden and just enjoying the weather because it's been so good, right? What
Yeah,
about yourself?
absolutely. Well, let's see what's on the list. Helldivers 2, you talked about Dead by Daylight.
Hmm.
So the games that I've been getting to outside of that would be Prince of Persia, The Rogue, the new one. I booted that up on GeForce Now. And I played, at first I was like, oh, what's going on? You just kind of start and it doesn't really give you any explanation. But then as I progressed through the game, I really started to feel like the old Prince of Persia in terms of the way you're platforming through the areas. Um, I'm not sure whether or not it makes sense to stay and fight the enemies because I feel like the currency you get, you constantly lose. It's not like an XP level up system. So
Oh,
often I'm like skipping over the enemies. I'm kind of like obtaining, it's about getting that flow state where you're jumping, you're going off the walls, you're climbing on the walls. Um yeah,
okay.
starring Rudig. See, we almost got the same look. We almost got the same look. Uh, I've met a couple characters right now. I found my home base. Uh, it's an I've got to a couple different areas, but I'm still trying to find a good way to play it in
Hmm.
terms of which upgrades to go for, how to find the upgrades, which paths to take when it gives you a fork in the road. But I do appreciate constantly jumping, dodging, platforming, just kind of how it's showing here. You do have to get into that kind of flow state of um not messing up while you're jumping and platforming while
Okay.
still constantly moving. But if you die like it shows, you end up in the same place. And the mystery is, how did you end up in this situation? And I like how they use the wall running because it's not in something that I've seen before in
Hmm.
terms of you just simply hit the background. It's you're using the background, and if you're constantly declining in elevation when you use it because you're running on the
Oh
wall.
yeah.
So you get a
Yeah.
slight up and then you go down. And if there's no background there, then you don't get that wall run. So
Hmm.
I like how they implemented that. I thought that was good. But hey, it's a good title. I would recommend it if you like that rogue style flow state.
Hmm.
I wish there was more upgrades because I feel like I was not running across too many. Like Risk of Rain, for instance, you come across a lot of different upgrades. This
Yeah.
one, they're more far few between. Like I only found a couple different weapons. But yeah, there's a lot of different aspects of the game. I'd 100% recommend checking it out in the early access
Nice.
if you're into that rogue and you're into platforming.
Sweet.
So, also on top of that, we've been playing Multiverse, and
Yeah.
Multiverse is Super Smash Brothers, and inside every other console, and it's cross-play, and it's free to play. So a lot of good things about it. It's an interesting story where the game actually released a year ago or 2 years
Mhm.
ago, and it released to massive population, but quickly fell off the map when there was complaints of lack of content,
Oh.
and lack of just replayability.
Mhm.
So they went from 99% loss in population in, I believe, in a couple months. So
Damn.
after that, they took the game off the offline and they revamped it. And now it's got a brand new release. So they've
Nice.
got, if you played it before, you get the first season for free. And
Mhm.
so I've been playing through the seasonal content, upgrading my characters, upgrading my gems to be able to play harder levels. So there's fun things. I've unlocked some characters through grinding. I've got the Joker and I've got
Mhm.
Rick now. So
Nice.
that's been fun. Yeah. If you like Super Smash Brothers, but you
Mhm.
don't have a Nintendo Switch, this is
Yeah.
crossplay and available on all consoles.
And just to make it clear, it's a Smash Brothers, but instead of getting character from Nintendo universe, you're getting character from the Warner Brothers universe. So as you can
Yeah.
see on the video there, you got Gremlin, you got like a Bugs Bunny and the family, everybody from there. Some superhero from DC, as you can see, and then we saw also what is it, the Joker, because this is the season for it, right? So
Right.
quite crazy how much there is in there. So um the combat, oh, there we go. There's like what's
Rick
his
and
name,
Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting to try. So
Yeah,
um
so
eh,
I have Rick unlocked, so
oh,
he's
you do.
and he's actually considered a mage, which is funny.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
he's a scientist, so is it the equivalent of a mage?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That is funny. I Well, it's not available on GeForce Now yet, but hopefully we're gonna see it soon popping up there. That will be quite interesting. But as you can see, it's available on PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, and like a bunch of platforms,
Epic as
including
well.
Epic.
Yep.
Yeah, there we
All the
go.
consoles but Nintendo.
Mm.
And if
Um,
you want to play it in the cloud, spoiler alert, you can play it in Boosteroid.
oh, there we go.
So Boosteroid has it
Boosteroid.
available in the clouds right now.
Boosteroid is getting more and more. It's just crazy, right? How much we see. So
Yep.
yeah, it's quite interesting.
So a little bit of Astrobot as well because I saw the preview on the PlayStation State of Play, and I went back and I was like, "Oh, I should play the first Astrobot."
Mhm.
So I've been really enjoying it. It's a love letter to everything PlayStation.
Mhm.
You're literally inside a PS5 for that is the mission structure.
Really? You're inside a PS5?
The first
That is
level
funny.
is the cooling system, and so you go through the fans, and it takes advantage of the controller, and you're using all the dual sense abilities of the controller to navigate, and you come across these little scenes, uh
Mhm.
where it's like Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West, but she's dressed up in like it's an Astrobot dressed up as that. Or you see a Resident Evil scene playing out in the background, but it's all Astrobot people. It's like all the Sony IPs with Astrobot skins.
That's pretty
I've
funny.
gotten through the cooling, the memory, and the GPU. So, I think there's one more stage I gotta get through.
That is funny. That's awesome.
Yeah, but there's, like, little bosses and stages at the end. It's really well done in platforming. I believe on this second one that you're showing right here,
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be taking it to the next level, building more out in terms of creating this new, what I'll say, Mario figurehead for the system. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe that's where they want to put Astro, and I think he fits well there. So, if you're
Awesome.
gonna stand by a little robot, I think here it is. And look how cool they make the PS5 look, like a spaceship flying through the universe, and then there you are as the little commander of the PS5.
That is
So
funny. I feel like Astro Bot like existed like way before that, right? Like you
no,
say you
2018.
is it really? I thought it was like further than that. Like in maybe on Nintendo or something like that. There's something about Astro Bot. Maybe it's me, like, but I heard that name before, that's for sure.
Astro Boy, do you mean?
Oh, that's probably it. Yep.
Or the Playroom 2013.
Oh, it's
Um
Astro Boy. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah, Astro Boys used to be freaking old. Okay, yeah. I was watching the cartoon when I was a kid, so that's why. I was like, I saw something like that before, but okay, yeah. But that's awesome. Cool little game, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's fun. It's a little love letter to PlayStation. I've
mhm.
been enjoying that.
That's awesome. No, hey, like it's always good to see that, right? Cool
Yeah,
little
and I
game.
think they had a version of Astro, but they didn't call him Astro in the Playroom, which is a PS4 game which released in 2013. That's what
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
up.
All
A-
right. Oh,
And I think they called it the Asobi robot back then.
okay.
And I believe they
Interesting.
called him Astro come 2018.
That's funny. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Like, it's always good to see that.
But other than that, Stellar Blade, I've been playing
Yes.
that, and I'm on the last boss, and I keep procrastinating going back and finishing it, but I will
And
do
you're
that someday.
struggling. You haven't, you have streamed like a little bit of it, right? You don't stream every time you play it, though.
No, no, I've
Yeah,
streamed it maybe like 2 times. Nobody wants to see
that's
me
they're all looking at
struggle.
her Urbot, right? uh,
What's Maker saying? Astro's Playroom is the PS5 demo that comes with all PS5s. Well, I wouldn't say it's a demo. I would say it maybe demonstrates all the aspects of the PlayStation 5, but
yeah.
it's a little mini game. I mean, it's longer than Hellblade. Ba-dum-boom-sh.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Astrobot's Rescue Mission, I believe, was the first VR game and was a VR game. Yeah, so I believe that came for the 2018.
Oh, there we go. Hmm.
But yeah, Stellar Blade.
Yep. Having
On
fun
the
with
last
this.
boss, I will finish it sometime this week, I'm sure, when time allows me.
Awesome. If you're good to go, we can move into some
Let's
L
do it to it.
Diver, and yeah, let's talk about L Diver. So there was a patch yesterday at 4 a.m. Was it today? No, yesterday at 4 a.m. Patch 1.000.305. So they fixed an issue causing enemy to spawn on the drill during the operation and during peace order missions. So I don't know if I've seen that before, but they had to fix that because the rest is like all known issues. So something they noticed, they're working on the patch or working on something. But yeah, and other than that, we had like a few announcements from them. Um, Basically, we completed a bunch of orders, announced order, and we complete them as usual, which is pretty quick. And they want to finally give you an idea of what's going on with their patch. So their next patch, they're talking about how they're patching, and they're slow down their cadence for patches, because I that's something I noticed, because like it was the last time was mid-May, so I think they're gonna release patches every so often. So like it's good that they just concentrate on specific patch. The game might be a lot of work, right, if they keep releasing content like new that's I don't want to call it season, but new pass where they can like just grind for it. I think they want people to catch up, or I think something else is coming up. So I'm guessing we're still waiting on vehicle. We got a new Patriot, like new armor set that you can climb in, but the vehicle, we're still waiting on that. So hopefully we can see that coming up soon, and probably they're going to be working on more patches afterwards. So quite interesting. I'm quite happy to see that. I don't know if you have anything else on your side there.
No, I do look. I can't believe I actually didn't try them. Oh, last time we played, I got glitched out of the ship twice.
Oh
so I
yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's more smooth tomorrow when we play, that's for sure.
I feel like every time it's different. And I don't know if it has to do with the connectivity between PlayStation and Steam or something like that. I don't know. But like I feel it's random. Like for a while was Maker getting booted off. My game will crash from time to time, not knowing why. And then it's you. So it's like a rotation of people, I feel like. You know, it's like everything. It's like, I don't know if like someone is hosting in the group. Like if we join you all the time, doesn't matter. It's going to be one of us hosting, if that makes sense, right? It could be that causing issue. Who knows, right? So I still haven't like refine how it worked for Arrowhead and their servers. So, but moving on in some Destiny, we have a lot going on. As you may know, on Tuesday we're gonna have the final shape dropping down, and that's gonna be quite interesting because why not? A new expansion, everything new, some new add-on. But as you may know, look at that 25-hour maintenance timeline. It's just crazy. So tomorrow at noon, EDT or 9 a.m. PDT, they're gonna stop the server just to be able to jump into some the final shape, update everything. As you can see, it's going to be a long update. They're doing some patch. Even Destiny 1 is being brought offline, which I don't understand why. Why did they still are they still updating Destiny 1? I have no idea, but maybe it's part of the same server. That's why they update them. But as you can see, it's going to be Monday until Tuesday. Tuesday at midnight PDT, that's when we're going to be able to play. Is it midnight? No, that's noon PDT. So, okay. I know for us, it's going to be probably midnight then. Or if this is noon for us. Yeah, I cannot calculate right now. But that's what we have going on Tuesday. And then next thing we're gonna have is the TWID. As usual, the TWID. If I can share it. Boom. There it is. All right, so we have the TWID, and as usual, we have a nice little thing there. And I didn't share the right window, but that's okay. So as you may know, so there was a leak this week. At the beginning of the week, yeah, this week on Tuesday, Final Shape was available for everybody on PlayStation 5. That was a big issue. They don't know what happened. Someone's getting fired at Sony. It wasn't Bungie, it was Sony that early released it by mistake. Some people were able to do the first mission in the Final Shape. Others were like able to look at all the weapon, all the arsenal, the collection, and a lot was spoiled over the internet. So if you don't want to have a look at that, don't look at the spoiler. But the good thing is that no one was able to spoil the story, so that was a good thing. We just found out early about different thing, like the name of the raid and stuff like that, which is not too bad because we're gonna find out more. But this is what we have for this week. So we have Destiny 2 and Dungeon and Dragon having decided to do what you call it, merging,
So the
collaboration. Sorry.
that Destiny 2 will be online 2 p.m. EST.
Okay, there we go. But here's the collaboration that we have. As you've seen before, they had the collaboration with The Witcher, with what's it called there? Not Andromeda, but N7 freaking. I'm looking for the name, but they had a bunch within different collaboration there. Mass Effect, there you go. They have Fortnite also. Now it's like Dungeon and Dragon. Funny enough, they rolled the engram. That would be kind of interesting to see, I think. See, they're doing their latest dungeon, so it's pretty funny to see. I like the cosmetic. You might recognize the cosmetic from Baldur's Gate, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. You can get this ghost too, so pretty cool. It's kind of funny they have that, but I always like the fact that they do little thing like that. It's always interesting, you know. But yeah, going on with the Twids, that was one of the thing happening this week, or like starting on June 4th. So you can go in the Eververse and get all those items. Same with this, you can get at the Bungie store if you're interested. Like those maquettes usually are pretty good size. As you can see here, I have the ghost on the stand, so it gave you an idea. It's about the size of my hand, so pretty much the size of a real ghost. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have all this. And we finally know the artifact for the Final Shape, so it's the Hunter Journal artifact. And we already know all the columns, what they gave you. It's pretty crazy, but very quickly, we're gonna have pulse rifle, anti-barrier, we got unstoppable sidearm, unstoppable scout rifle, overload end cannon, we got anti-barrier submachine gun, and then so that just give you an idea where we're going for the weapon next season. There's going to be a massive push to have pulse rifle. They're going to get buffed, so it's going to be fun to see, right? And there's going to be tons of other thing, which is going to be pushing towards prismatic. Sword also going to get buffed like crazy, as you can see here, Overlord sword, and there's going to be a bunch of different blade perk, or like sword perks. So sword's gonna be fun to have. Pulse rifle is gonna be fun to have, and for sure void synergy, because we got a new Titan void coming out with the, and also the warlocks got a new solar super or aspect, sorry, because now the well Radiant's gonna get nerfed, and same with bubbles. So we're gonna see a lot of different things being changed, and like everything's gonna be towards prismatic. So as you can see, just go have a read, check it out, it's pretty interesting. So make sure on day one you have your sword and your pulse rifle and you're good to go. Other than that, we have the new raid called the Salvation Edge. So if you don't know, on June 7 at 10 a.m. PT, So that's when the new raid's gonna be opening, and then you're gonna be able to tackle for the world first belt. So it's gonna be streams also. So if you want to tag along on the world first race on Twitch Rival from June 3rd at 5 p.m. PT, that's when the the event's gonna start on the raid opening until June 3rd. Sorry, if you can sign up for it so you can show up. Oh my god, I cannot read. Sorry. So basically, you can sign up if you have a team to do the world first and sign up and show your creation or stream your world first or like your raid day, and they can observe you and just like so you can be part of the world first for the race. But for those that are interested, you can get some emblem by watching the stream. So that's probably something I will be doing. Those emblem look pretty cool, so I'll be happy to jump in and just watch it for quite some time. So as you can see, if you subscribe for your favorites Destiny 2 streamer, you get this emblem. If you watch for 2 hours, you get this emblem, and also for active between those time, you get this emblem. So it's pretty cool. And there's also some emote you can get while you watch a stream. So pretty cool. If you're like everybody else that have done the Pantheon and you're interested, you can get a nice poster from this plate that show all the Pantheon boss that you defeat. So starting tomorrow, that's gonna disappear. I didn't do all the Pantheon. It's a lot of work, but here is the creator challenge. So basically, Team Sweat won this nice sword, the guillotine, as like a prop basically for finishing Pantheon first. As you can see, you recognize some big content creator in there from Destiny 2. Pretty cool they did that. So coming up, we have Fireteam Finder voice chat. So it's going to be an addition to the in-game voice chat. I guess you're going to be able to talk with people before you create your fire team. So that's quite interesting. I can't wait to see how that's going to work. Here we have a cosplay from one of the part of the video from the latest video, but it's pretty cool to see. As you can see, it's all cosplay. I don't know there's any way to see it properly, but yeah, pretty crazy. And I scroll all the way up by some reason. And moving on, there's last chance for Bungie rewards. So again, make sure to jump in Destiny to claim everything. And also, if you have some stuff you want to buy online or get claim some Bungie reward, make sure you go claim them before the end of the season. And as I mentioned before, we have the update coming up next Monday. So there we go. You can preload the final shape. But yeah, it has like all the information from the different plays. It doesn't show here, but I think it was last week it was showing how many gig. Oh no, there it is.
300.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. You know, we had the vaulted stuff. So the install size of Destiny 2, depending on the platform. You look at Steam, it's crazy. Now it's up to 300 gig. Storage space needed to install the current for current Destiny player. 300 gig. Is that crazy? Like, and they did the sunset, so they just like whatever, fuck it. But you can see here for PlayStation is smaller. The reason why on Steam and let's say Epic it's so high, I'm surprised for Microsoft Store. But like I think the idea is just to support all the different graphic card, different like texture or anything like that. That's my thought. I don't know why the Microsoft Store is smaller. It's going with the base amount, I guess, but quite interesting where we're getting into. That's why it's way easier to play in the cloud. You click and play. That's it. Don't need to download anything. That's why I love GeForce Now to play Destiny 2. It's amazing. But yeah, explain some of the operating system. So on June 4th, Destiny 2 is ending support for Windows 7, 8, and 8.1. I'm surprised they haven't ended that, but all good. And they already have day one known issues. We're finalizing our list of certain information and issue, and we are investigating and want a player to be aware prior to launch of the final shape. We expect a list of published before, which was the update we're supposed to get. I have it in there. I know I already show it. So interesting, but like check out their news for any update. Claim your seasonal reward if you haven't yet. Jump in it or you're gonna lose them. And Destiny 2 Destiny Content Vault update. As you may know, every weapon that was content vaulted have changed. So now you're gonna be able to upgrade them to the power level. So if you kept all the weapon that was vaulted, you can unvault them now. So pretty crazy. They changed their mind, but I like it better like this. Sadly, I give away all my stuff, but that's okay. But that's pretty much part of what's happening here in Destiny 2. Pretty crazy. A lot of stuff going on. Final shape on Tuesday. So get ready for this. It's going to be interesting. You're going to have until Friday to get ready for the raid. If you're interested for the raid, probably going to be checking it out afterwards or just watching the stream. Because I don't know if I'm going to finish the Destiny 2 storyline all in one shot, but we'll see. That's the reason why on Tuesday when they're going to do Baldur's Gate 3, but instead I'll be streaming some Destiny 2. So stay tuned.
If it comes online, we'll see. It says 2 p.m. right now, but you never know.
Yeah, that's just it. You never know, but hopefully by 8 p.m. EDT, it's gonna be online.
Right on. So let's get into what's going on in cloud gaming news for the week. Let me take over the share screen and we will be chatting GeForce Now cloud gaming. So what's happening over on Nvidia's side? We have GeForce Now brings the heat with World of Warcraft. Of course, World of Warcraft was a wildly popular game. Still boasts, I believe, 7 million players on the usual. Absolutely massive. It's been going on and on for years, I believe, 10 plus years, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, it's been a while. Like I
the
remember
original MMO.
MMORPG, yes. I play Warcraft, but not World of Warcraft. I play a little bit of World of Warcraft, but never was a big fan of it. I don't know, it didn't catch me. But like pretty cool. It's coming onto it's on GeForce Now. Like if you're interested and you're like us, doesn't want to download like 200 gig, because like yeah, like this game's been going on for so long. It's probably you need a lot of space to install it. So I don't know, maybe someone in the chat can tell us like how much space you need it now to install it.
I'm sure it's a massive game, but you can save all that space on your computer and play it on the highest quality graphics by logging into GeForce Now and getting their membership. Heroes rise to the cloud, dive into the immersive realms of World of Warcraft, including the latest expansion, Dragonflight, which I'm sure adds a flying dragon.
Yeah,
so that's cool to see. You got all the World of Warcraft stuff. Here's what I wanted to jump into. So this is an exclusive reward for a 10-year celebration. And it is an in-game reward for GeForce Now for Elder Scrolls, and it's a little mount or a horse. So be sure to claim that. It's available until June 30th. First come, first serve. So I think there is a limited amount. Members can claim their free mounts starting today by opting into the rewards and checking their email for instructions on how to redeem. Ultimate and priority members can redeem starting today, while free members can start May 31st. So at this point in time, if you're listening to it, anyone can apply, even if you have a free membership.
And
As long as they
Elder
have a month.
Scrolls is another one that's been on for a while. So I feel like World of Warcraft been on for 20 years, and Elder Scrolls Online's been on for 10 years now. So pretty cool. A lot of like games that have been popular for quite some time available on GeForce Now. Easy to play. If you want to pop your phone, you can play on your phone. That's the crazy thing about cloud gaming.
Absolutely. Cloud gaming. I mean, what do they have now? Almost 2,000 games all available to you without any sort of saving or anything like that. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna break the 2000, or if they did already. Let's see here.
No, I don't think yet, but I
Ooh,
think we're coming up to it. Possibly, I would say
Yeah.
July, maybe even
Oh.
August.
I feel like this June they're gonna break it because they're at maybe July. Yeah, if they go at this pace, because currently they're at 1,956 game on GeForce Now. So yeah, 44 to go. So it could go fast. We'll see, I guess.
We have, of course, a lineup of games also entering GeForce Now. The Rogue Prince is a notable release. You'll see that streamed from some gameplay on one of our channels, or the Cloud&Console, or the Rudigs, very shortly. Lords of the Fallen. My review of that is it tries to be Souls, but there are so many enemies. Oh my gosh. I feel like Souls games have a good steady pace of enemies, but this one throws 3 to 4 to 5 of the exact same ad type, which can all kill you in one strike, all in this tight little corner alleyway. Like, I just feel like the design fundamentally and the pacing of the levels is just brutal. You end up just wanting to sprint through everything.
That's funny.
And so it kind of hurts the playability of it. Soul Mask, I heard, is a massive one. Do you want to talk about Soul Mask? Do you know about that one?
No, I don't know anything about
It's a survival game. Apparently, it's like a 500-hour epic.
Well, that's something. It's in my realm, I guess. Soul Mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should definitely give that one a look up. It's a new release on Steam. A lot of people are raving about it. I believe it has a huge population off the bat, and it's being praised for its survival aspects.
Great.
Street Fighter 6. Nice to see some fighting games. I know that those require ultra quick latency and often are judged for going into the cloud, but here you have it. I always run at least 9 to 10 milliseconds of latency whenever I play in the cloud, so I definitely feel like it's there. I believe on console you get 16 milliseconds of latency.
Oh, wow.
So often GeForce Now beats out latency of the local console. So definitely try it out if you're a Street Fighter, and it saves you the space.
I think for me, I top out 15 millisecond, and that's the worst. Yes, I get some packet loss from time to time, but like you barely see it, and it's mostly if I have like other windows open or I'm streaming, I will get like some drop. But like, yeah, 15 millisecond is the usual for me, but I never pass higher than that. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, look at this. In addition, Power World's going to be available through Xbox PC Game Pass,
Oh,
which
there you
will be
go. I
cool to
don't have to
see.
restart from the beginning.
There it is. We also going to get Resident Evil Village, Disney Speedstorm.
Yeah,
Those are the highlights that I see here from this list.
that is crazy. A lot of new game there. Pretty interesting.
And what's an MMO that has taken over your life at one point in time? I would
Destiny 2.
definitely have to say Destiny 2.
It's funny because some people don't call that game an MMO, but it is an MMO.
Yeah, for
Because you
sure it's an
have that
MMO.
RPG sense of things, of like you controlling some of your stat. It's not like a MMO, like what do you call that? Like in the previous time, fantasy time, it's like a space fantasy, if that makes sense. So there's more control into different thing and has a gunplay FPS. It's a FPS MMO. That's what it is. And when it came out, that's what it was. It's a different type of MMO, but it is a MMO. I gotta love it. And Tuesday is gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, next month
Well,
I'll be able to play
that's
some more
what we
Power
have
World.
for GeForce Now to share. Of course, tune in every Thursday to their blog post. Make sure that you're up to date on everything GeForce Now, especially if you're a member. It's good to know what's available to you and what changes are happening. Especially like those little rewards and stuff. You can access that and then get yourself a mount. But let's jump into the articles. Oh my gosh, we're already at
Yeah,
10:50.
yeah,
Antstream Arcade announces indie game Doodle World. So Doodle World, for those who remember from the Super NES,
that's
um,
funny.
it's just this fun little arcadey retro 2D side scrolling. I really want to get access to Antstream at one point or another. I should ask them for access.
Yeah,
Try it
definitely.
out.
Do a retro night, I guess.
Yeah, Game Pass is set to lose 5 cloud games this month. Boo hoo.
Damn.
Bramble High on Life, which is actually a really good
Oh,
one if you
jeez.
haven't played it. The writing fantastic.
If you like Rick and Morty, he's the same voice of Morty in it,
Yeah.
so quite funny.
And Rick is also in it in so many places. And the other two, Rune Factory and the Book Walker Thief of Tales, I am not too familiar with. 100% check out High on Life or Bramble if you have not already.
I think Bramble, Purple Ace been playing that game, right?
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Humanity is now in the cloud. If you have not played this one already, I believe it's on Xbox and PlayStation. It's kind of a mind bender where you have to control the flow of people and then you have to solve these puzzles. So if you're in that 3D puzzle solving mood, I would definitely boot this one up. I find it to be brain stimulating and visually appealing. So I would definitely give this one high recommendations because I've played it.
Nice.
Boosteroid ups the resolution to 4K cloud gaming as it arrives in Europe. So if you're in Europa and you are a fan of 4K gaming, you can check it out for £17.89, I believe, a month, or 90 for a 6-month subscription. You get the following: 4K up to 120 FPS, ray tracing, and frame generation.
That's Euro, by the way. It's a pound.
Euro, yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
And they've got a lot of access to new games. We often talk about they are able to bypass a lot of the licenses, but still having these deals with, say, Xbox and Microsoft. So it's interesting how they thread that fine line. I was thinking Resident Evil 4 far too exciting. Resident Evil 5 is actually my favorite. It's the only one I've beaten out of any Resident Evil, but it's full co-op from beginning to end,
That's why
and
you like it. You
it's
get
third
carried.
person shooter. I went and got
Yeah.
carried. We can do it together. We can do it together. All right, trying to say carry. I beat Stellar Blade by myself. Thank you very much.
But Resident Evil is more a scary game.
Yeah, I don't want to be scared by myself. No, thank you.
Oh, right. Yeah, Resident
It's
Evil
not
5.
okay.
I
It's
have
not
it for
being
Xbox.
carried. It's being scarried. Because I don't want to be.
That's funny. But yeah, we got Village coming up to GeForce Now. So, but Resident Evil 4 is an interesting one there. That's for sure.
Netflix unveils 3 brand new games for the Netflix Stories app. Listen, if you want to find that perfect match in Netflix Stories, they have the game for you. Also, The Ultimatum
Oh my
is
god.
getting its own game 2024.
For sure.
And Selling Sunset. All of these games I would tell Hannah about.
Are they
And
based
she
on
would
like
know,
the
like,
show?
listen, I have never sat down and watched an episode of Selling Sunset, but I know exactly who the Oppenheim group is because I've
That's
seen
funny.
Hannah watch this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Oh jeez.
Also, The Ultimatum. I know exactly what The Ultimatum is. And it's
Yeah.
the most ridiculous premise to a show, all right? Do you want to stay together? Or
Or
do you want
not.
to date somebody else for 3 weeks and figure out why you should be married to the other person? Like, it
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
no sense as a show.
It's for people to make their own mind, right?
And I may even be getting this confused. No, The Ultimatum is that one.
Yeah,
they
they
have
like
to
come
make
as a couple and they like, oh, do you want to get married or not? And then they get matched with another person from another couple and they gotta live with them for 3 weeks because they connect or something like that. And they come back and decide after so many time. Anyway.
And don't forget, they're also announcing a Too Hot to Handle game.
Oh, that's gonna be
Wayo.
interesting.
So I guess you're going to have to make decisions on whether or not you are going to be too hot or to handle. And that's going to be coming out July 18th, 2024. Hot and spicy, right on the Netflix app there. So they're getting at it with the
Oh my
cloud
God.
gaming aspect. They seem to be hitting more of the reality show, maybe getting those people interested when they see an app. What's going on, Cowboy? Thanks for stopping on by. Hope you're doing well, good sir.
Maybe if you play on your phone through the app, then after a while they like ask you, do you want to come to the show? And that's how they get their people. Who knows, right? They like try to attract as many people on the show by playing those games. But yeah, the Too Hot to Handle and all those shows make me think of another show on Netflix that's like kind of joking around. And this guy is participating to The Bachelor or something like that, but he's always using a zip line that's over top the pole. I don't know. I try to remember the show. It's like a stupid show on Netflix, but pretty funny. It just that part that was pretty funny. That's all. It just reminded me of that.
Well, I wanted to jump to the clip of the week.
Yeah.
Rue, you're going to really like something I added to my channel. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Nice.
I look forward to checking it out for sure, Mr. Cowboy. Hope you're doing well. I saw you playing Banishers earlier today. I got to get into some Banishers.
Oh yeah.
I have that title. I don't know what happened. I didn't get to playing it. But I wanted to show you why Stellar Blade makes questionable choices about choosing your outfits. All right. Are you watching, Nance?
I'm watching. Holy frig.
Watch it.
Yeah, oh, I've seen it. It's like her skirt is
Watch.
like going up. Oh, there you go. Perfect time in slow motion too.
Did you see where that QuickTime event was and where it's look at that with
Oh,
the
there
Tim.
was a quick time? I didn't notice.
You didn't notice the QuickTime.
I'm pretty sure there's so many dead at this point. They're like, oh, Jesus. Well, that's amazing. That is so funny. Sorry. So my video is slightly different. It's not a capture, but more like an email that Bungie sent me. It's telling me everything I've done since the beginning of Destiny 2, and there's like some interesting name in that list. Let's see here. There we go. And as you can see, it's scrolling through. I don't know if I can make it. So this is the main one. No, this one. That's not what I want to do. There we go. There we go. All right, let's press play. So as you can see, I started in 2019 with Stadia, and I'm Titan main. That's what happened. It showed a weapon I've used for people.
Started with Stadia. You know, I still never get those emails.
No, they go under promotion. That's what I found. Yeah, I need to. I don't know why they go in there, but there it is. As you can see, I do more raid and dungeon, 34%. PvP breakdown. I don't play that much PvP, so don't look at those numbers. Most exotic but look at that, best fire team forever. PvP, yourself, Bliss, Wub Wub. PvE, Shinobi, Stark, and yourself. It's pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh! You know what? The
Wub
last time the both of us messaged Wub Wub, and by the way, it's Wub Wub Wub.
Yeah, Wub Wub Wub. But we always say two times.
We always said
right?
Wub Wub. We shortened Wub 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 Wub. As you do. What's up, Callie? But the last time we messaged Wub Wub was when we were all together after dinner. I took a picture of all of us and I sent it to Wub Wub. Yeah,
I remember that. That is funny. But yeah, like it goes way back when you look at it. Stadia was crazy. You see the names there at the end for PvE. There was Stark in there, Shinobi, and yourself.
Stark, wow.
I used to do like raid with Shinobi all the time, but it's funny now because I'm doing so much with N7, and then his name wasn't in there. It was like, wow, that's crazy. It just showed like in Stadia, I used to play more Destiny 2. That's all. But yeah, with the final shape, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, something to look at, right? Just go on your email if you're a Destiny player and check out this those little thing. You get that every week or so. There's like always a new update or something like that. But yeah, make sure you check your spam email. But yeah, pretty cool. I think that's about it. I don't have any other video. What about yourself, Rudigs?
No, I think that's about all we got for this week. We appreciate everyone coming on by, hanging out with us as we give you the cloud gaming news of the week. As always, cloud gaming news. Cloud gaming is the future. We all know we're going to be doing it. Listen, who goes out and buys a DVD anymore? Nobody. All right? We all stream our movies and our TV. We're coming to a point where we're going to be streaming our games. It's just a matter of internet infrastructure. And once everybody catches up with Canada, the all-star peak of internet, everyone will be cloud gaming. And that's the place to be. Be sure to tune in weekly. Until next time, be kind and ditch the PC for some streaming. Am I right?
Yes.
Once NVIDIA GeForce Now into the future.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys on Monday for our next stream.
Yes. All right, everybody. Take care and have a good night.
See ya.
Grove. 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 Why try to believe in me? Why try, do I even need to? I die with the season leaves. I glide with the season breeze. True, my mind so easily spooked. I ride just to be the me who finds hype super decently smooth. Nice type, but as sick as beats.